We're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It is 11 a.m. and the mayor's controversial conduit contract with BGE will be the focus of a special hearing today. The city leader is pushing back against the mayor's deal. And the fate of a charter school will be decided today. We'll take you inside that school's fight to stay open. And a crime prevention walk in Towson following multiple recent shootings and violent crimes in the busy downtown district. What county leaders say they're doing to keep people safe. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
And thanks for joining us here for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Taylor Stewart. We begin with that special hearing on the mayor's controversial conduit contract with BGE. Today, the Baltimore City Council will hold an investigative hearing on that deal. It comes just a week after City Council President Nick Mosby and Comptroller Bill Henry tried to stop a vote on that contract, calling it rushed. Shannon Lilly brings us a closer look at today's hearing as the mayor continues to defend this deal.
Yeah, the mayor is standing by his decision to approve this deal with BGE, but meanwhile, many at City Hall still have a lot of questions. Well, today they may have an opportunity to get those questions answered as BGE has been summoned to City Hall for a meeting happening later on this evening. So we want to get you to a closer look at some of the details ahead of this meeting. Again, this will be a legislative oversight hearing discussing the deal with Baltimore's gas and electric regarding the city's conduit system, and it's going to start at 5 p.m. It comes as many are still struggling to understand why Mayor Scott fast-tracked the multi-million-dollar deal when other city leaders were calling on him to just slow it down.
I'm really surprised that Brandon have taken this course. I'm really shocked that he's doing it. Who is he working for, the citizens of Baltimore or BG&E?
Yeah, the deal was signed by the mayor last week, and it gives BGE almost exclusive control over the city's underground conduit system. That's a 700-mile system of utility cables, which BGE had paid the city $28 million a year to occupy. Well, now the city will lose that payment in exchange for BGE's one-time $134 million promise to make improvements to the system. So critics complain that the mayor has no legal standing to approve this deal. The mayor, though, says just the opposite. Reporting in the studio, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Now, Mayor Scott insists the approval of this deal does comply with the law. In a statement, he writes the council president and comptroller's attempt to prevent the vote from happening would have violated the charter and no less than 6 of BOE's rules. I refuse to let that happen, City Council President Nick Mosby firing back, calling the mayor's move nothing more than a power grab. We're going to continue to follow this developing story for you and bring you the outcome of both the meeting on air and online. You can find all of our past reporting on our website right now, foxbaltimore.com. Now to a crisis in the classroom today. The Baltimore City School Board of Commissioners are going to decide the fate of that Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys. The charter school is at risk of being shut down because of what the school is calling technicalities.
This is a good performing school. Our boys, there's a boys crisis in our families and in our cities. This is a great opportunity for boys to learn how to socialize with boys in an all-male environment. That's the difference between prison and college.
Olivia Dance brings us a closer look at tonight's meeting and the ongoing fight to keep the school open.
The special school board meeting is happening tonight at 6, and during the meeting, a decision will be made on whether or not to keep the Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys here up and running. Earlier this month, City Schools CEO Dr. Sonia Santelises recommended the school keep its charter, but with a few conditions. Now, she made this recommendation when she showed up at the school unannounced and saw that conditions had improved. Fox 45 News spoke to the head of Baltimore Collegiate after Dr. Santelises made that recommendation. He was extremely relieved. Take a listen.
Very gratified that the CEO is willing to take that chance on us, to continue to work for us to build a school that's going to be able to educate as many boys in this city as possible.
The charter school is at risk of being shut down because of what the school calls technicalities. The city's report claims the charter's teaching practices and staffing levels are falling short, but 95% of the school students go on to graduate high school compared to city public schools where only 67% of students graduate. And again, tonight the board will make the final decision. And if they decide to shut the school down, then hundreds of boys will need to find a new school. Of course, you can get the latest updates on our website at foxbaltimore.com. But for now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
All right, here's a look of our today's top trending stories. Trending number one, a Maryland Senate committee is considering a bill that would launch a work group to address the failings of the Maryland 529 program. It would include parents and state officials. Now, at a hearing Wednesday, parents and students shared their pain and frustration with seeing prepaid savings accounts drained overnight due to what officials with 529 claim was an interest calculation error. Trending number two here, Baltimore County Police are giving away free steering wheel locks for Hyundai and Kia owners. Now, this comes amid a rise in car thefts. There have been a nationwide increase in the number of Kias and Hyundais targeted by thieves. New anti-theft software is being rolled out in the coming weeks. Trending number three here, the first ever black conductor at the BSO getting his official welcome to Baltimore. Jonathan Hayward says he hopes that Baltimoreans can be inspired by music and its power to unite.
I would love to see people of all ages, people of all race in the same place. To be able to realize that there's this beautiful common ground, the power of seeing live orchestral music together.
Hayward says he wants concerts to be a learning experience for the audience. He's also working on a partnership with the University of Maryland. Go ahead and download that Fox 45 News app for your up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather, anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. And still ahead, The Mask coming on off. Their legendary comedian and the 80s pop icon are unmasked on week 2 of Fox Masked Singer. We're going to show you what's behind the mask coming up. A presidential candidate is fighting back against the current president. Just ahead, her concerns about our relationship with Russia. The man convicted of killing rapper Nipsey Hussle is sentenced next in the social stream. We'll look at how long he'll be behind bars.
Here we go. We're warming up close to 80 degrees this afternoon. A nice mild day ahead of us with highs soaring well into the mid and upper 70s. I'll let you know exactly how long this brief warm up lasts in a couple of minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Taking a look at your social stream, Republican White House contender Nikki Haley blasting President Joe Biden amid Russia's suspension of the New START nuclear arms treaty. Now, Haley torched Biden after Russia suspended the treaty that limits the number of nuclear warheads in each country's arsenal. Now, that was formed when Biden became vice president. Haley was adamant in saying things need to change. She's one of several GOP contenders running for the White House in a growing Republican primary. Now, one person says this: President Biden has more strength in his pinky than Haley, DeSantis, and Trump have combined, but other folks are backing her up. We've seen some, I love this lady, and so far, I'm impressed. All right, turning now to the next story as we move to the February 23rd, 1946, 6 United States Marines raised the American flag atop Mount Surbachi amid a horrific combat in Iwo Jima. Now, the raw power of this image instantly gripped the nation at war with Nazi Germany and Europe and Imperial Japan in the Pacific. Young American fighting men unfurling the stars and stripes on remote islands far from home in World War II. The flag raising on Iwo Jima became the symbol of the highest ideals of the nation and endures power and heroism in American history. Now, one person is saying, let's move to the next tweet here. One person is saying, in 36 days of fighting on the island, nearly 7,000 U.S. Marines were killed. Another 20,000 were wounded. Marines captured 216 Japanese soldiers and 22,000 Japanese killed. War is an ugly business. And thanking all who served in that battle. Now, the man convicted of gunning down Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist Nipsey Hussle has been sentenced to 60 years to life in prison. Now, on Wednesday, after hearing testimony about the immense loss of the hip-hop star and neighborhood leader, Superior Court Judge Clay Jackie sentenced Eric to first-degree murder. Eric Holder Jr. fatally shot Hussle, whose legal name was Hermes Agdemon, and outside of that clothing store where he owned it, Hussle founded a marathon in South Los Angeles neighborhood in 2019. Hussle and Holder had known each other for years, growing up in South LA as both were aspiring rappers. One person saying, well, it's about time that someone gets in actual trouble for a crime. Another person weighing in here, if we can get to the next tweet. Nipsey was an all-around amazing person who just wanted to be good, do good for his community. And that's how he's being remembered here. Now, restaurants, they're bracing for their businesses. Still ahead today, talking points and new subscription services you can sign up for. And Towson leaders are working to keep the area safe. The next measures they're taking to bring down crime. And make sure you keep watching Fox 45 after Be More Lifestyle today. Caramel starts, and then at noon, you've got Sherry, that's 1. And then keep watching for back-to-back episodes of The Hot Bench. We're back with a live look from our Towson cam. It is shaping up to be a spring-like afternoon with the possibility of record-breaking temperatures to the mid-70s later today. Yeah, coming up, meteorologist Amy Aronson will tell us how long these warm temperatures will stick around. Leaders in Baltimore County coming together to take a stand against the ongoing violence in Towson. Now, following Monday night's murder of 17-year-old Trayshawn Harmon, county leaders walked from the Towson Chamber of Commerce down York Road. Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski joined police and business leaders for this public safety walk. He says they're moving forward with grants for license plate readers and more cameras. They're even exploring hiring additional security.
We have committed to additional deployments on foot in the days ahead. and also looking at other types of deployments, potentially bikes, but really just having more resources on top of what we had already stepped up patrols in the wake of prior incidents.
County Councilman for Towson Mike Ertl says his constituents are truly concerned.
They're concerned about some of the behaviors we're seeing late at night, just kind of some of the lawlessness we see. And it's not just here in Towson, it's everywhere. You know, people want to know that we care and that we're gonna do something about it, and it's not just lip service.
Now, Baltimore County Police are still looking for a shooter and trying to determine a motive for Monday night's shooting. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris announces a money-saving program for home buyers and homeowners who live in Bowie, Maryland. This starts March 20th. The Federal Housing Administration is going to reduce its annual shortage mortgage insurance premium. Goes by like 3 percentage points for most new borrowers. A home
represents financial security, the opportunity to build wealth and equity that can help put your child through college, afford retirement.
The White House says the move will lower housing costs for an estimated 850,000 prospective buyers. Maryland's main COVID testing site shut down this weekend. It's located along West Preston Street in Baltimore. The site has been open for more than 16 months, offering free vaccines and boosters to Marylanders of all ages. Well, this would have looked like just last winter when it opened. The Maryland Department of Health says COVID is down more than 50%, and the department wants to focus on other public events. Coming up on Fox 45 News at 4, an alarming number of cars stolen in Baltimore this year. Looking into what's being done to protect drivers as city police fight a spike in carjackings. And then at 5, how do you police a mall? Pressing law enforcement on how to keep busy shoppers safe after a rash of violence near the Towson Town Circle. And then at 6, BGE officials answering the city council's questions on the latest battle over the mayor's conduit deal. And you can get your Fox 45 News from us in a flash. Just use your Amazon Alexa app. We can deliver your local headlines, your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Consumers are willing to pay monthly subscription fees for streaming services, pet, food, even toilet paper. And now some restaurants are betting they'll do the same for their favorite meals. Large chains like Panera and P.F. Chang's, as well as neighborhood hangouts, are increasing experimenting with the subscription model as a way to ensure steady revenue and customer visits. Lady T with Be More Lifestyles here to weigh in on this hot topic. Hey, Lady T, so what do you think?
I think this is a stupid idea.
A stupid idea?
I don't like the idea. I just don't understand. You're comparing a Netflix subscription to your favorite restaurant subscription. I just don't feel like it equates. Plus, I feel like Uber Eats does this to me all the time. They give me the little reminder that, hey, you're a regular on here. Stop reminding me that I don't cook. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that. I
don't want you all in my business, Uber Eats.
But
you
what
know
if you have your same kind of meal when you like, same movie, same meal, it's a ritual for you? Wouldn't you just want it on a subscription so it just keep it easy?
How much would it be, though? I have questions. You know what I mean? Like, how much would it be?
Yeah.
How often? Do I get discounts? Okay. I just feel like, I don't know. I have so many questions about this, but I don't like the idea. I just don't feel like it's worth anything. I feel like they would charge a heavy amount of money for it, too, so I don't like that either, to be honest. So, yeah. But it's a little much for me. It's not like my Netflix subscription, which is like $7.99 or whatever, you know, or you get the upgraded one. It's not like that.
I'm trying to cut all my subscriptions in 2023. That is my end of the year goal.
Excuse me? How you gonna watch You and how you gonna watch Orange is the New Black?
Not all of them, just, you know.
Oh, okay. You gonna cut it down to just Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Amazon Prime, and just all the ones that are necessities. Those are necessities,
exactly.
boo.
You know, all of those necessities. Just want to.
Okay, you gonna just get it like this. Okay, I got you. I feel you on that. And you know what? It does take up a lot of my day, the binge watching. So, you know, I do understand where you're coming from with that. But yeah, this is a no for me. I can't with this, Tay-Tay. Girl.
No, I don't think so. I'm with you on that.
Awesome.
All right, well, there's a nice warm-up going on in here at home, but not everywhere across the country. Meteorologist Amy Aronson has a look at today's worst weather in America.
Yeah, we're gearing up for a nice warm 80-degree day here. But meanwhile, in Iowa, they're scraping away the ice. An icy scene there, as you can see. That is currently what they're dealing with this morning. Here's another look at what they've seen from this ice storm so far in Iowa. As you can see, ice-covered streets and parking lots there. Here's another look at what the ice is doing to that area. As you can see, that car completely coated in a sheet of ice. And if we take a look at that weather maker right now, you'll notice snow and ice ongoing for northern parts of the country. For us, we're actually going to be on the warm side of things today, and our temperatures are only going to be improving. So we're going to get a nice warm surge of air from the south as this system lifts up to our north today. Right now, temperatures are gradually warming. The warm stuff is still bottled up off to our south, but eventually that's going to nudge northward and help bring our 50 degrees up. Still a little cloudy currently. Looking at Towson, you can see the clouds draped overhead there. Still hanging out in the 50s right now, but these numbers are going to climb and climb quickly as we head through the afternoon. Future scan shows that perfectly, shows our numbers warming through the 50s, 60s, making a run for the 70s today, getting awfully close to that current record high of 78 degrees this afternoon. And then overnight tonight, temperatures will cool back down. And yeah, it's back to reality tomorrow. We'll start the day off back in the 40s as we head through Friday. Not much of an improvement from there. We just barely reach 50 degrees, and that's going to set us up, unfortunately, for a much colder weekend. So feeling like winter again as we kick off the weekend. We're back in the low 50s on Friday, low 40s on Saturday. By Sunday, we do make a quick rebound back into the mid 50s. Temperatures all over the place over the next 5 days. From the upper 70s today, back into the 50s on Friday. Low 40s will follow on Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday, we are back into the 50s again. 10-day forecast also shows all the temperature ups and downs, plus a chance for afternoon showers on Monday. After that, temperatures stay in the 50s. Looks like we could be tracking another big weather maker by the very end of this 10-day. Back to you.
Still ahead, new labels could be coming to plant-based milk alternatives, the changes the FDA wants to make to the cartons. And corporate workers for Amazon are pushing back against plans to return to work in person. The action they're taking to try and fight the change. And primetime is all new tonight on Fox 45. First at 8, it's an all-new Next Level Chef. Then at 9, Animal Control. And then 9:20, it's a Call Me Cat, followed by Fox 45 News at 10 and the late edition at 7. All right, don't miss this. Employees at Amazon are pushing back against the company's return to office mandates. Reports claim Amazon workers have drafted a remote work petition saying a mandate to return to the office runs contrary to the company's positions on diversity, inclusion, affordable housing, sustainability, and the focus on being the Earth's best employer. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy announced last week corporate employees will have to spend at least 3 days of the week in the office starting May 1st. Spotify is planning to make its curated playlist more personal. The company is rolling out a personalized voice DJ to announce its songs and offer other colors. Spotify has long made music suggestions for listeners. The difference is now it is introducing an artificially intelligent disc jockey to mimic listening to terrestrial radio. It comes on the heels of an AI software like ChatGPT making waves in other sectors. And speaking of ChatGPT, JP Morgan Chase is the latest organization to clamp down on the use of the new technology. People familiar with the new policy say the bank is limiting the artificial intelligence software due to compliance concerns and not a particular issue. ChatGPT has been the target of scrutiny since it was publicly released back in November. All right, now it's time for your lunch break. The makers of milk alternatives are being told by the FDA to better label their products. The Food and Drug Administration issued draft guidance Wednesday, recommending a nutrient statement on alternative milks, detailing how they compare to dairy milk. An example might be something like contains lower amounts of vitamin D and calcium than milk. The FDA has been working on improving information on milk alternatives since 2018. All right, that's all we have today for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next.
Hey,
what are y'all working on?
Okay, well, we got a lot coming up. They almost look like they're made for cartoon characters, but fashion influencers are selling out big bucks for these comically large red boots. We're going to look at the unique fashion trend that's growing in popularity. Stay tuned for more on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Lady T, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. All right, joining me today, comedian Ray Ziva is here with us, along with Baltimore's own Jason Bass, and we've got Mike Klein from Z104.3. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up? Dream team. All right. Hey, let me tell you right now. All right, so a legendary comedian and 80s pop icon were unmasked on week 2 of Fox's The Masked Singer. If you haven't seen the show yet, here's your spoiler alert. So the ABBA-themed night on The Masked Singer revealed 2 new celebrity contestants. Up first, TV personality and comedian Howie Mandel as the Rock Lobster. We also learned 80s pop star Debbie Gibson was the Night Owl. I love this. Okay, so they got some vets in the building. They have some legends in the building. They stepped it up. Come on, Masked Singer. Now, I do like the fact that Ken Jeong actually got his guests correctly for like the first time in 5 years. So that is amazing too. Shout out to Ken Jeong for that amazing guest. But were any of you guys surprised? I'm gonna start off with Mike. Were you surprised when you saw who won, went home?
Absolutely. I mean, Rock Lobster I thought was crushing it. Then I saw Howie Mandel and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, he was good, but okay.
Yeah. They're not performing as well. They're not.
No.
That's the only thing. Jason, what's your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I haven't watched the show much. I follow it, and I saw this episode, and Medusa killed it too. I'm immediately addicted to this. Howie, what an amazing, talented individual that he is. I can't wait to see who the Medusa
clearly
is.
He's talented, but he ain't bringing enough because he went home. So
I'm glad because I want him to get off of Masked Singer and back to Deal or No Deal because that was my favorite show.
Yes,
I miss it.
That was the best version of it, so I love that. Don't forget that you can watch The Masked Singer Wednesdays at 8 right here on Fox 45. Now we want you to tell it. Did you correctly guess who was behind the mask? Vote now on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. And you can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we will see what everybody thinks. All right, up next, let me tell you. Trending now, inflation is pushing grocery prices to near record highs, and a new report is out with the 7 most overpriced grocery items. And chances are you're guilty of buying at least 1 or 2 of them. Top of the list, pre-made guac. Okay, yeah, I'm guilty of that. Followed by pre-cut fruit. Okay, rice mixes will also cost you a lot, as much as granola, berries, trail mix, as well as the currently trending bone broth. We out here, are these vegans? Who did they talk to about this? These are vegans.
They must be.
I don't think.
Listen, as long as the wings price is still low, I'm good. You know what I mean? This is for the healthy.
Jason's area.
Vegan.
Jason.
I try to get healthy. It's not working for me. I smell a good meal. I'm running towards it.
Okay.
You can't smell the granola.
Well, they need to talk about cream of wheat and salad croutons are off the. I'm like, what is going on? All the groceries are overpriced.
Yeah.
$6 and something for a box of cream of wheat. Come on now.
Even kale went up. So we're just not going to eat healthy. Mike, what do you think?
I mean, I'm trying to eat healthy. I have been eating healthy. I've been paying these crazy prices. And nothing happens. It still looks the same. I'm not losing weight. I'm paying all these crazy. No, seriously.
It's a scam.
This is driving me crazy.
He said it's not giving results.
I have to learn how to cook at home, and I'm doing this more now because it is just outrageous to go out to eat.
Okay, now
There's
you've gone
inflation
too
around these
far.
Baltimore restaurants
You've gone too far.
Sorry.
We're not cooking at home.
Lady T, unhealthy has been up. Cup of noodles has doubled as well. They went from $1 to $2.09.
Tripping.
And the service fees are killing us too. But it's just how it is right now. Inflation is killing us, but it's okay. Hopefully, we can get some things from Jason's garden because apparently Jason is growing as many things in his garden.
I got you. I'm not going to say
He's a real vegan. That's who we really need to go to for this stuff. Okay, up next, I really want to talk about this trend. Trending now, there's an eye-catching new trend in footwear. Boots fit for a cartoon character, but designed for human feet. So the comically large Big Red boots went on sale for $350 and sold out in minutes. Okay, so I saw Coily Ray. I saw she had them on. I saw a couple of people. I can't even afford the boots, but then they look crazy. You look like you're going to space. You look like an astronaut. It's so weird. I don't know. Ray Diva, what do you think? Are you wearing these boots? You wearing them?
No, absolutely not. And this is a prime example of you can always separate a fool from his money. If I want to look like Sonic, I'll go and ask to work for Marvel Studios. No, thank you. It's a hard no for me.
Okay. We got to end real quickly. But Jason and Mike, can I get a yes or no on whether you guys wear these boots?
Mike, you go first.
I would definitely wear those boots, 100%, just to stand out.
I thought you would have been like, oh, just to stand out. Okay, Jason, what do you think?
I want to stand out.
I'd wear them to stand out and to stand up. They look like they might give me an extra 3 inches. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was like 6'2"-ish, 6'3", life would be a little bit better. You know, let's go with that.
Okay, well, we're going to be the Red Boot crew. That's what we're going to be, okay? I'm cool with it. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. All right, still ahead. Tax season will be here before you know it. Coming up, we'll show you how to cut through the red tape and get most of your return. But first, imagine never having to worry about a dead car battery again. We're going to show you a new roadside tool that will make your next trip a breeze.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
All right, dead car batteries never happen at a convenient time, and roadside assistance can be slow and expensive. Nick Calderon is here with a 10-in-1 tool that will get you moving in no time. Here's today's America Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
Not today, man. Dead car batteries. Every single time you're trying to get out of the house on time, be someplace, it happens. That click, click, click. Or you're on the side of the road on a gray, cold, dark day like today. It's never fun, but I have the answer for you. It's called the Jump Smart, and it can get you back on the road quickly. Watch this. Plug the 2 alligator clips in right here. Red clamp to red on the battery. Black to black, I get a beep and a green light, and now I can start my car back up. Just like that. I don't have to wait for roadside assistance or anybody else to come and help me out. I keep a Jump Smart in every family member's car. My daughters have one, my wife has one, and I know I have peace of mind, and so do they. It's also a 10-in-1 tool. It's got a compass, a thermometer, it's a flashlight and a strobe light, many other tools as well. And my favorite part, you can charge your cell phone with the 2 included USB ports on the back. If you lose power in a storm or something, just plug your phone in and you can stay connected with family and friends. Speaking of them, put one in every family member's car. 25% off right now at asadeals.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by H&R Block.
All right, there's been a significant shift in American income in the past few years. People are starting their own businesses, taking on a side hustle, or creating a second income stream. Add to this the financial worries many Americans have, which are driven largely by inflation. And it makes tax time and getting every dollar of their tax refund more important than ever. H&R Block's president of Global Consumer Tax and Service Delivery, Karen Orozco, joins us now to discuss what Americans can do to best prepare for tax season so they are in control of their finances and receive their maximum tax refund. And welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now what changes should Americans prepare for this tax season? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, well, perhaps the biggest change this year is the expiration of most of the pandemic relief programs. So those programs provided additional tax benefit over the last couple years to many tax filers. So families with children or workers without children or small business owners, and those have now expired, and those will create a big change for many filers this season.
Okay, you know, tax time is a big time of the year. So how is inflation going to impact tax refunds this year? And should we be expecting like smaller refunds or anything like that?
We asked Americans what was on their mind and found that nearly 70% of Americans said they're extremely concerned about the impacts of inflation on their personal situation, which is making them more reliant on this year's tax refund. And for many filers, their tax refund is their single biggest transaction of the year. We also know that last year, to deal with the inflation, many consumers actually made changes for the first time. They maybe took out a loan against their retirement savings, or they took on a side gig or a side hustle to bring a little extra income in to make ends meet, or maybe they sold off some of their crypto investments. And all of those changes will have an impact, along with the expiration of those relief programs, in what they see in their tax refund this season.
Oh, good to know. Now, how should someone decide if they can DIY their taxes or, you know, need to consult a tax pro in person?
It's such a great question because taxes are very personal depending on those choices you've made throughout the year. And so is the confidence in doing it yourself. And so at H&R Block, we invented the tax prep category. And I'm so proud of how we've reimagined that experience so that you don't have to have the pressure of deciding before you get started and hoping you made the right decision.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, giving us all that great info.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Still ahead, baby news coming out of Hollywood. And is there bad blood between two celebrities, Selena Gomez and Kylie Jenner? I'm going to spill all the tea about it coming up next. All right, it's time to spill the tea this Thursday. All right, hello, fellow tea sippers. Now let's talk. Eric Holder, the man convicted in the death of Nipsey Hussle, he was sentenced yesterday to 60 years to life in prison. It was announced during a court hearing yesterday. Now, Hussle was shot in March of 2019. I can't believe that was like 4 years ago. Prosecutors allege that Holder approached Hussle over allegations that he had called him a snitch. Now, Holder will serve his remaining days in jail, basically. Comedian Ray Diva is back now to join me for the tea. Now, Ray, this case is shut after like 4 years. Questions still remain, but also I'm waiting on Lauren London's response. You know, she was dating Nipsey at the time, but you know what? Okay, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm just surprised it took so long. Like, why did it take so long to convict him? Like,
4 years.
With eyewitnesses. So yeah, and I think it's much deeper than just that. But that's just my I'm not even getting into a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
But good for the family. They have some type of closure.
That's what I was hoping for. I think this is a big relief for the family, and I really hope that it gives them some kind of closure. I know family and friends were speaking out about it too. It's just one step closer to closure. But I have so many questions that remain.
It's
like,
a lot.
you know, snitch over what? Like, I have a lot of questions. But
I think it was more jealousy than that. But
I think it was jealousy. Yeah. No one's talking about that part. There was something more to it, I feel like. But okay, you know, there it is. Okay, so next up, we have some more tea, you guys. So apparently, there's a little beef, y'all. There's a little beef we need to know about. Kylie Jenner and Selena Gomez are beefing. A few days ago, Selena posted on TikTok about her accidentally laminating her eyebrows. I ain't never heard of this, but this is so weird. Then Kylie Jenner posted brow selfies, especially one with Hailey Bieber. You know, she's married to Justin Bieber. And I'm talking, she posted it close up on the eyebrows, y'all. So people thought Kylie Jenner was obviously trolling Selena Gomez, but Kylie responded and said, nah, y'all, this is reaching. She added, there's no shade towards Selena and that this is silly. Now, I think what's worse is Selena Gomez is now the most followed woman on social media, according to Pop Faction and Elle magazine. Gomez has 380,644,778 followers. Jenner she's close behind with 380,425,729 followers. So it's a close race, but I don't know. I totally miss this beef on social media. It's petty, but I'm entertained, girl. I'm entertained.
I think she was being shady. I think the Kardashians are very shady, and I think they like to take people's lives and then shade them. If you look at how they move, they'll take your style, they'll take your face, and then they'll talk about you.
I think it was shade. I think it was shady, but you know what? That's because we know. We petty. We the petty ladies. We know, okay?
And you don't have to say it to be shady.
You don't have to.
It doesn't.
She could have taken the high road.
Yes.
High road, right? See? Okay. Up next, because the tea keeps pouring. All right, so rapper Da Brat and wife Jessica Harris are having a baby, y'all. Y'all, Da Brat is pregnant at 48 years old. In an interview with People magazine, she said becoming a mother has been quite a journey. She said she knew people would be shocked. Now, Da Brat's wife already has like 3 kids. Da Brat experienced a miscarriage in 2022, so I think it's beautiful that it came full circle for them, you know. But Ray, it was the gangsta photo shoot for me that Da Brat did with the hat. I ain't never seen a baby photo shoot like this before.
The picture was beautiful, and I'm happy for them, but who is the father? Until I know that, I won't be satisfied. I'm going to dig and dig and dig, okay?
We don't know, girl.
That's what I want to know.
Listen, you remember Da Brat from back in, you remember her from back in the day, so I am shocked. I didn't think it'd be like this, honestly. But I'm happy
My nosy boots wants to know who that father is. I'm telling you, and I'm going to find out.
I'm going to find out too, and we can come back and spill tea on it, boo, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's it for the tea for today. Thank you so much for joining me, Ray Diva. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea. All right, it's going to be a beautiful day with above average temperatures, and we're not the only ones seeing nice weather. Here's meteorologist Amy Aronson with today's best weather. Hey, Amy girl.
Yeah, a beautiful start to the day for our neighbors in D.C. ahead of what's going to be a warm day pretty much everywhere. Here's a look at that sunrise this morning over beautiful Washington, D.C. Some pretty colors showing up there as the sun crosses the horizon. Not only did they start the day off with sunshine, also a rainbow. Pretty cool sight seen there earlier this morning. And we are all looking at a pretty warm day ahead of us, actually near record warmth here in Baltimore. Average high today at 48 degrees. We're going to soar well above that. We're forecasting a high of 78 78, puts us at that record high of 78 degrees from 1874. Right now, we are just awaiting the warmth. We are on the warm side of this weather maker, still producing snow in the northern plains, blizzard conditions ongoing there. But for us, we're going to be tracking a spring, even summer-like warm-up by the end of the day. Right now, we're just awaiting that warm air. It's all just to our south, but it is going to take over and spread northward as we head through the rest of the day today. Still stuck under the clouds currently, but these clouds should eventually break for some sun, and that's what's going to help bring these numbers up, along with a warm southerly wind. So 50s to start, but eventually we should make a run for this. Upper 60s, 70s as we zip through the afternoon. It's going to feel really nice around 3, 4 o'clock today, getting close to that 80-degree mark in some spots. And then temperatures come crashing back down overnight. So by tomorrow morning, yeah, the jackets are definitely needed. Upper 30s, low 40s to start off your Friday, and then tomorrow is going to be more of a winter-like day again, with temperatures settling back into the 40s. So for the weekend, it is going to turn much colder. The warm-up's not going to last. We've got low 50s on Friday, low 40s on Saturday, mid 50s by Sunday. You can also see these up and down temperature trends in our 5-day temperature trend forecast here, from the 70s to the 50s to the 40s over the weekend, and then back into the 50s Sunday and Monday. Looking ahead at our 10-day forecast, we're also tracking some rain come Monday with the 50s. Temperatures should stay in the 50s for much of next week. Looks like by the end of this 10-day forecast, we are tracking a bigger weather maker, so we'll keep an eye on that next Friday into Saturday. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Maple Grove Medical Clinic.
Approximately 30 million men in the U.S. are affected by ED. Maple Grove Medical Clinic offers a revolutionary approach to treating ED without pills, injections, or surgery. We're joined by Katie from Maple Grove Medical Clinic. Katie, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
Great. So, Katie, talking about ED can be embarrassing even with physicians. What are some of the things you do with your patients to make them feel comfortable talking about this possibly embarrassing issue?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want everybody to know how prevalent this is. 50% of men in their 50s are dealing with this issue, and the number for men in their 40s is on the rise. And we see men in our clinic from as young as 18 all the way to 100. So in our clinics, it's an all men's clinic, and everything is discreet and confidential to keep it completely comfortable for you.
And your treatment is different. Why is this treatment such a great alternative to pills that always don't work, sometimes don't work?
Yeah, so the pills have been around for over 30 years, and they come with the spontaneity issues and then also those side effects. So we have a breakthrough treatment called acoustic wave therapy, which treats the root cause of ED. So no pain, no injections, no downtime. And let's talk a bit about the science. Tell us more about the studies performed on this type of treatment. Yeah, great question. So there has been over 60 clinical studies that show both the efficacy and lack of side effects with acoustic wave therapy in treating ED, both by Cambridge University and a Cleveland clinic, to name just a few. Now, do men who undergo this treatment experience any pain or discomfort? No, not at all. So what it is a small device that's placed on the skin, and it produces gentle pressure waves down to the blood vessels, opening them back up, allowing for greater blood flow when and where a guy needs it the most. So no pain whatsoever here. So, Katie, tell us about the incentive Maple Grove is offering right now for those who are considering visiting the clinic. Yeah, guys, don't put this off any longer. If you give us a call, you'll get the free assessment, free exam, even that free blood flow ultrasound that tells you if you're a candidate or not. We will also throw in a special gift for you and your significant other, but you got to call today. Awesome. Katie, thanks so much for this great information. Thank you.
All right, still ahead, did you know who it was? A legendary comedian and an 80s pop icon are unmasked on week 2 of Fox's The Masked Singer. We'll show you who was behind the mask coming up next. All right, a legendary comedian and 80s pop icon were unmasked on week 2 of Fox's The Masked Singer. Now, if you haven't seen the show yet, here's your spoiler alert. All right, so the ABBA-themed night on The Masked Singer revealed 2 new celebrity contestants. Up first, TV personality and comedian Howie Mandel as the Rock Lobster. And we also learned 80s pop star Debbie Gibson was the Night Owl. This was surprising. And we wanted you all to tell it. Did you correctly guess who was behind the mask? Well, right now, most of you are saying, I had no clue. They're really doing a good job of throwing us off this time, y'all. I'm telling you. Okay, and we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. We're talking homemakers. We'll show you how to transform your home into a more warm and welcoming space while also saving on your energy bill.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
All right, you guys, we had a fun day today. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on all of our social media. I will see you tomorrow, y'all. Bye.